The story of busy Mrs. Hedgehog. Mrs. Hedgehog is always busy. In the morning, she rushes out to start the day's chores. She is in such a hurry to get to the market that she doesn't even see the new spider's web sparkling at her front gate. It is draped with glistening dewdrops, like a precious piece of jewelry. She returns from the market with a full basket. She bought fruit, fresh salad leaves, and a jar of pickled grasshopper legs. Next door, the meerkat family is playing in their garden. "Come and join us in the sunshine," Mrs. Meerkat calls to Mrs. Hedgehog. "No, thank you," she replies. "I have to put away my food and sweep the floor and make lunch and do the dishes. Then I have to do the washing, and then it will be dinner time. Maybe some other time." Mrs. Meerkat grabs one of her children and lazily starts looking for fleas. Mrs. Hedgehog rushes around. She tidies and sweeps. Then she chops and stirs. She sits down for a quick lunch, which she hardly even tastes. She is in such a hurry to get on with the washing. After lunch, she washes and wipes. Then she soaps and scrubs. She splashes about and makes a racket. She doesn't even hear the new song the fairies are teaching the baby meerkats. She goes outside to hang her washing. Shy Bunny comes out of his house. He has just gotten out of bed. "Now there's a lazy fellow," she mutters softly to herself. "I wonder what the inside of his house looks like." "Good afternoon," greets Shy Bunny. "Afternoon," replies Mrs. Hedgehog smugly and turns to go inside. She starts cooking dinner. She puts a pot on the stove. Then she slices and dices. She boils and bakes. The lovely aroma of dinner fills the air, but Mrs. Hedgehog doesn't smell it. By late afternoon, the washing is dry. Mrs. Hedgehog takes the washing down from the line. Her new wool blanket is soft and fluffy. Her sheets are crisp and clean. But Mrs. Hedgehog doesn't stop to feel it. Her arms are full of washing. She can't see in front of her. She misses the small step at her door and falls in a tangled heap of washing on the floor. "Oh no!" Mrs. Hedgehog cries. "My ankle! I think I have sprained it. Now what will I do? I can't walk." Fairy Lily is playing with the baby meerkats next door. She hears her cries. Can I help you? Asks Lily. Yes, please, begs Mrs. Hedgehog. Could you please fix my ankle? I have to pick up the washing and iron it and finish dinner and wash the dishes afterwards. Mrs. Hedgehog starts hobbling around on one leg. I think you need to slow down, Lily says kindly. But what will happen if I don't get my chores done? My house will become a mess. No, it won't. Let me show you. Now leave the washing and sit down for a moment. Mrs. Hedgehog sinks down on a chair. Close your eyes and breathe slowly, instructs Lily. Feel your tummy blow up like a balloon as you breathe in. Then steadily breathe out and feel how your tummy flattens. Let's do the next breath even slower. 1, 2, 3. Keep breathing in. Now hold it for a moment. Let's start breathing out slowly. 1, 2, 3. Mrs. Hedgehog starts to relax. Keep breathing slowly, Lily says in a soft voice. Don't think of anything else. Just breathe in and out while we count. 1, 2, 3. Soon Mrs. Hedgehog is completely relaxed. Let's take one last breath. 1, 2, 3, Lily counts. And out. 1, 2, 3. You can open your eyes now. Mrs. Hedgehog looks around her and blinks slowly. How do you feel? Asks Lily. Calm and a little tired, answers Mrs. Hedgehog, surprised. That's because you worked so hard today, Lily replies. Now I will fix your ankle. But you have to promise me to slow down and make some time for just sitting every day. When Mrs. Hedgehog can walk again, Lily helps her to pick up the washing from the floor. Mrs. Hedgehog strokes the soft wool blanket and the crisp, clean sheets, enjoying the different textures. I can iron the sheets tomorrow, she thinks. Mrs. Hedgehog invites Lily for dinner. Your cooking smells delicious. I would love to have dinner with you. It does smell good, doesn't it? Mrs. Hedgehog admits shyly. She stirs the pot slowly and sniffs. Lily sings a lovely song while she sets the table. You have a lovely voice, Mrs. Hedgehog observes. Thank you very much, Lily answers and blushes. They eat slowly, tasting every mouthful of their delicious meal. After dinner, they enjoy a cup of rooibos tea outside on the veranda. How bright the stars are tonight! I've never noticed how beautiful the sky can be at night. Lily smiles kindly at Mrs. Hedgehog. If you allow yourself more time to notice things, you will discover more and more things to enjoy. I will do my best, Mrs. Hedgehog promises. And now her house is slightly less perfect. And sometimes her washing lays waiting in a heap, while she enjoys noticing things.